What's good? It's your boy Tab Money, and today I'm gonna talk about what parents need to know about the metaverse. And this is serious because when it really comes down to it, though, this is our new reality, our new virtual reality, the new matrix, where all our dreams and imaginations and fantasies can come true in a virtual sense. You know what I'm saying? The virtual world or virtual reality is a mixture of cartoon and real physical reality put together. Mostly anime and physical reality, the real world we live in right now, where you see this video from, is put together. It's like the Big Bang Theory, you know what I'm saying? It came together and formed this universe. And with anime and physical reality being put together, that's why we got virtual reality. So when it comes to the metaverse, it's a mixture of both realities put together for us to live and experience a supernatural and also artificial digital life. You know what I'm saying? Because even though we got our first lives here, but we're finna have a second life within the metaverse, and I can't wait for that to come. Like I said, I want to be the Cain and Nimrod of the metaverse, and even Jesus Christ or even Norma Trey of the metaverse. Because when it comes down to my virtual spirituality philosophy that I'm finna get deep into, it's going to be about the metaverse, NFTs, blockchain, everything that got to do with the digital world and experience everything you desire within the digital world. And that's when it really comes down. So that's what parents need to know. But at the same time, it's not coming from my words. It's coming from my leaders' words, which is the war economic form, my leaders, my Lord and Saviors, and all that stuff. So this one was posted last year of November. Let's get into the article. How will VR AR experience impact children? You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. In the weeks since Facebook announced its name change to Meta, the metaverse had been thrust from science fiction obscurity into the mainstream spotlight, leading Wall Street analysts, politicians, and privacy advocates to make it a part of their vocabulary. But while many now know what the metaverse is, broadly, immersive digital experiences access through virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR devices, it cultural imports and how it may change our behavior is less clear. This is particularly true with regard to the most vulnerable new metaverse initiates, children. Due to the metaverse immersive interface and virtual interactions with other users, along with a largely non-uniform user safety policies across services, the technology represents a myriad of unknown for families and with young children. Protecting children in the metaverse will need to go beyond warning labels. Roblox is one of the most popular gaming environments for children with over 150 million users, half of whom are under 13 years old. It serves games on traditional gaming and VR formats, where it filters chat for inappropriate language and voice moderates the site for behavior that violates its guidelines. This still approach haven't become the norm in the metaverse. With Facebook, the early leaders in metaverse technology is likely to be the portal into the space for many parents and children. But for Oculus, Facebook VR app platform, the safety page simply states, while we know that children under 13 may want to use Oculus devices, we do not permit them to create accounts or use Oculus devices. However, no direct identification or age verification is required. Instead, the company relies on the fact that users need a Facebook account, which requires them to be at least 13 years old to use Oculus. This minor hurdle can easily be bypassed by a child using a shared Facebook family account or a parent giving the device and simply giving access to the child through their own account. Given recent revelations about how Facebook engages with young people, parents may be understandably cautious about allowing children to enter its virtual worlds. Violent video games played on consoles like Xbox and PlayStation have warning labels that give parents some sense of awareness and control. Developers of games for the Metaverse have adopted the same Entertainment Software Association (ESRB) warning labels common on traditional consoles and mobile video games. But when all Metaverse games are stored in the cloud with labels often only visible to the children downloading them, the ability to monitor a child's content diet becomes even more challenging. Everything on the internet can be the metaverse, but it's not that simple. As parents attempt to guide their families into a safety first version of the metaverse, it might be helpful to understand what games are actually in the immersive component of the metaverse. Any attempt to apply a rigid definition for what is and isn't metaverse is tricky because it's more of an abstract concept that continues to evolve. Rather than finite destination, the metaverse is the internet, enhanced and upgraded to constantly deliver 3D content, specifying organized information experiences, in real-time synchronicity communication, wrote 3D internet pioneer Tony Parks in his recent essay, The 7 Rules of the Metaverse. So in theory, when Take-Two Interactive CEO Stars Zingis appear on CNBC this week and refer to the company existing roster of non-VR, non-AR games like Grand Theft Auto as part of the metaverse. Technically, he's right. If one were then to ask about 2D or non-specified content in the metaverse, how is this different from the web? One reply would be, it is web content experience in the metaverse, say privacy outline the destination. Using privacy framework, the metaverse have been here for some time and is just now receiving mainstream attention as it moves into new, more immersive platforms like VR and AR over time. Many parents have become familiar with popular 3D gaming worlds, play on non-immersive flat screen based console systems and mobile devices. Some non-immersive gaming and social experience like Animal Crossing New Horizons enable users to build virtual communities and share them with friends. Increasingly, some of these 2D social and gaming apps are moving into the realm of VR and AR as immersive versions of the games and apps, like Microsoft Outer Space VR and Facebook Horizon Workrooms and Spectacle. Users without a VR headset in just a desktop PC or laptop can engage with fully immersive VR headsets users offering a kind of window into the immersive metaverse. What's unique about the 2021 interaction of the metaverse is that it includes fully immersive 3D VR and AR worlds that transcend screen viewing by putting the user inside the game basically. This is an entirely new and more personal experience that, according to a 2019 study PDF conducted by Facebook, can impact how bullying, harassment, and law content as well as positive content are experienced by users in the metaverse. Previously, research conducted in 2008 by Thomas Bugamer, neuroscientist at the University of Zurich, found distinct differences in how adult brains process VR versus the brain of children. Adults appear to control and regulate their VR presence experience by critically elevating and monitoring the presence virtual environment stimuli. Children, on the other hand, did not, or at least to a greatly reduced extent. Better research team wrote, one consequence might be that one should be more reluctant to expose children to emotional virtual stimuli as currently practiced. Stanford professor Jerome Bellison, who have conducted his own research into the effects of VR on children, also suggests the metaverse is a completely different challenge compared to monitoring the effects of console video games on children. Film or television or video watched on a tablet may convey sounds and sights captured from the real world, but when we interact with these medias, we are almost always aware of the artificially they are coming to us from screens or devices held in our hands, writes Bellison in his 2019 book on VR, Experience on Demand, but VR engulfs us. We slide occluding goggles over our eyes and cover our ears with headphones, overriding our two primary senses systems with stimulated digital signals. VR is a part of every media fear and fantasy we ever had. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, look like it's long as hell, but I just want to read half of it. If you want to read the whole thing, just go to the Metaverse section of War Economic Reform. You can read the whole thing yourself. So basically what they're saying is, yes, when it comes to children, they need to be, especially young children. When it comes to teens, they're okay. They know how to handle things. But when it comes to little kids, like, 5, 10, nowhere near below 13, they can really have a nightmare being in the metaverse, but at the same time, kids love to yell, especially under 13, they love to yell and scream and all this other stuff. So basically what I'm trying to say is that what parents need to know is that even though this is a new reality, it's going to take time for the Gen Z and the Gen X to really, have a stable condition within the metaverse, either through a screen, which is 2D, or VR, which is 3D. This is where I get these terms from. These terms are coming from the War Economic Forum because they're coming up with terms within the metaverse that fits the metaverse right along with gaming as well when it comes to people who live stream video games on Twitch and YouTube and many other websites. And when it comes down to streaming it and using the terms that they use within them games, especially when it comes to shooting and fighting games, mostly them, that's when it really comes down to. But one thing I want to say though is that what parents need to know is that the metaverse is the new normal. This is our matrix. This is really our matrix. Like, even though Matrix came out in the 2000s, there was hinting at a world where we all gonna live digitally. We all gonna have a second life in a digital world. Now, when it comes to that point where robots take over and AI suck us in, I don't know. I don't know no truth to that. But at the same time, when it comes to the metaverse, though, we will interact with AI. It's not going to be just us in these metaverses, but we will be there with artificial intelligence. We will be talking with artificial intelligence. Like when it comes to my virtual wife, she's going to be an AI avatar, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to have an AI avatar family within the metaverse. My children are going to be AI, she's going to be AI, and we're just going to have a happy family within the metaverse. Whether in her universe or within any metaverse, within any company that created their own. And as long as I can bring her with me and have her as my wife within any metaverse we go to, and that's beautiful as well. But that's my new reality. I'm virtual sexual. I'm not heterosexual, homosexual, or even bisexual, or even any other LGBTQ physical pleasures of this world. I'm all about the digital pleasures. I'm all about the virtual lust. Virtual pleasures and lust and love at the same time. Digital love as well. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, this is our new normal. This is the matrix that we're finna live in for the rest of our lives, starting in 2026, or near the end of the decade of 2020. And when 2030 comes, this is gonna be a new reality. You know what I'm saying? Now the War Economic Forum, they are creating our future. Also, they are creating our imagination, our fantasy, and our world within the metaverse. If we can be a part of it and create it ourselves, then we can do that as well. So this is your boy Tammy. I'm finna sign off. Be on the lookout for my gameplay videos. I'm just waiting for my tablet to charge up, and when it do, I'm finna get on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and give y'all some more gameplay. So this is your boy Tammy.